And while people sitting up there talking, it's jazz. You know what I'm saying? When we look at it, when we look at it, you know what I'm saying? But we see it's going to concern about the decision because it's going to impact the community. Several black members have even stepped up protested. This, and I think it's a bad idea to be flooding these people into the country and shooting them everywhere into everybody's neighborhood by the millions. That is to definitely hurt black people. And black people better wake up. Why would any leader put our black community, already riddled with crime, at further risk by placing unvented non-taxpayers steps away from our seniors, our children, and our homes? We work so hard on our own security, and Darnell Jones, a resident of South Shore, was saying, well, they never cared about you. You're talking about equality. Where's the equality now? You know, while he was talking all on his campaign trail about equality, you know, and you have 100 days to get to the border, you're escaping coyotes and cartels. That's a signal to tell you, come on in, it's on. You know what I'm saying? That we love you in equality, you know? How demon Democrats love equality, you know? And never talk about reparations or giving black people a goddamn thing except a split bucket. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, now you begin to see it because we see the community advocate, Natasha Dunn, insists that those who have been dumped in the neighborhood lack long-term supervision and housing. You know what I'm saying? Our specific frustration lies in the continuous, blatant disregard for safety. Lightfoot proved that she don't give a damn about safety. Anytime 144,000 or 144,000 murders in a week, you know what I'm saying, in 2 days and shit like that were going on in different neighborhoods and shit like that in Chicago, and everybody just blowing each other brains out. That's the wild, wild west. You know what I'm saying? And all that going on. You know what I mean? Lightfoot did nothing because this is all a part of the chaos, you see. And then now that it's been weakened by this chaos, now they're gonna bring them in and weaken you even more. And when it comes time for shit to go down and they invade or whoever you think they're gonna side with the American people, they're gonna side with them because they are also mixed with their diaper blood too. You can tell by their hairdo. You know what I'm saying? That'll prove that. You can't dodge that. You know what I'm saying? Black people is the only people I know on earth that got wool hair, carbon, melatonin black, you know what I'm saying, wool hair built for the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? You look at their hair, you don't see that. You see a whole different situation. So now we know who all and who is all in the DNA, no matter where it came from on that side of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Why they do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? But we see here she's complaining, you know what I'm saying, about that. You know what I'm saying? About that. You know what I'm saying? Should the decision become finalized, Fox News 30 report several hundred illegal migrants located throughout the city could have temporary access to the vacant school faculties to sleep. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look. Then you got Lightfoot up there looking like light nutcase want to be something out of a mental institution. You know what I'm saying? The city of Chicago is in a midst of a national humanitarian crisis, and though a ununified effort is accordance with its values as welcoming city Chicago is doing everything it can to respond to the urgency of the matter. Lightfoot office said, I'm not a jackass. Lie. She's lying. Again, why is she even there? She should have been a long time gone. You know what I'm saying? But we see black Chicago residents infuriated over migrant surge. Enough is enough. So you see what I'm saying? Southside. And why didn't put them in Beverly Hills? Why they put them in black communities? I wonder what now the black leaders jumped up like they all saw concern. You know what I'm saying? You should have been concerned because you knew full well that that was going to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we see ex-White House Chief Ron Klain, or whatever his name is, you know what I'm saying Merrick Garland should get more aggressive on voters' rights and abortion. Yeah, like lying to the American people and doing his Gestapo work that we saw him do. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't doing shit other than fucking up our country for real. Civil rights leaders, scholars, descendants of slaves speak out on reparations for black people. Like I said, keep the pressure on, don't stop. But the demon Democrats might be using this strategy, pulling out this beautiful black card talking about reparations in order for you to keep them in power. So don't be fooled by the bullshit. If you don't see no checks and balances, get them off it because that means they ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a long time talking till your head turn bald. You grow old and never see it happen. You know what I'm saying? This is no more to me than a demon democratical trick. And I'm not going to fall for it. Because every time they fall into trouble and bullshit with these demons to sway the minds of black people, they always come up with this reparation piece of shit. I'm sorry to say it that way, but you know what I'm saying? My mother would love to have seen it, but she is gone. You know what I'm saying? My father sure would have loved to see him, but he is gone. So how long you gonna keep playing this political swing bat trick on black people's minds? You know what I'm saying? Black people shouldn't support nothing or pay any attention to anything that is not politically bound all across the planet as a whole for the damage what they have done to black people. And like you can say what you want to say about black people owning slaves and black people should have to pay that too. Yeah, they should have to pay that too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they should. Because this ain't have nothing to do with particular color of skin. It has to do with the programming which was instituted and allowed to happen in all shapes and forms. Whether it was good, whether it was bad in many ways, whether it was to them not so bad, it was a little bit of slavery, but it wasn't too bad. It's still the same shit, and nobody's condoning none of that piece of garbage in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? And black people need to stand up all across the world. That goes for Africa too. There is no way your people should be still going through this and you over there licking the balls of the Arab boy. You know what I'm saying? By now you should have driven that Arab boy out of your country. You know what I'm saying? Period. By all means. You know what I'm saying? Same thing go for South Africa. Anybody in South Africa building any kind of thing talking about helping here and there should be driven out because you know that helping here and there ain't gonna do much for you. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, you're going to realize that. So you should be driving anything out of the country that doesn't belong there. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Black people has got to start stepping up. I'm not saying all the sellouts, but then we have too many of them running around now. You know what I'm saying? And you're not doing a damn thing to help anyone. Creep Joe Biden keeps turning his political enemies into terrorists. Why is that, I wonder? But the Creepjoy administration refused to believe those threatened Supreme Court judges vandalized churches or firebomb pregnancy centers after domestic terrorists. Instead, it labels parents concerned about their children terrorists. Imagine that. It is. You need the children too. It's not like Peter Pan running the parents' house so they could have the children. Nearly 100 people, you know what I'm saying, on the 100 people we see here on the terrorist watch list have been caught crossing our southern border this year, as we see. You know what I'm saying? But that's an unimportant detail to this administration. Yeah, because they're setting you up while you're paying attention to something over here. But we have to hit all skills at one time. This is called multitasking. Then people say that. You know what I'm saying? And so we see just who are domestic terrorists against a helishly red background at Philadelphia Independent Halls last fall. Joe Biden provided an you write a hellishly red, that's the satanic demon Democrat background, what I'm saying, on the on top. But Donald J. Trump, you talking about Donald J. Trump and the mega Republican represents an extremes extremist. He's saying that the mega Republicans represents an extremist that threatens the very foundation. He's still running the same old shit. Foundations of our republic. Now he, instead of using the word demon Democrat or democracy, now he's trying to swing it and call it a republic. He said. See how he used the trick in the words and the games? I thought he don't like republic. I thought he only liked democracy and democratic. Which is Luciferian. But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated. Dominated, driving, and intimidated by Donald J. Trump and the mega Republicans. They should be. And that is a threat to this country. No, it is not. He is lying. The true threat of this country is the demon Democrats and anyone that follow a demon democratical, bullshittical game. It doesn't matter whether you're a Republican, independent, Andrew Young stupid behind and his so-called starting a new party garbage, or it doesn't matter who it is. If they're on the same game that we see going on all the scramble, the border, the Black Lives Matter, Russian the White House, all these policies and orders and tricking us with cards and this and that and giving us a one world currency with 666 and Baphomet 6 statue, all the mix at one time within the 4 years of these years, you know full well that they are in the mix with the bullshit. And it's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to fix this problem, you're going to have, first of all, we're going to have to get some nuts. You know what I'm saying? And one of the season candidates right now to slow things down till you get the nuts together would be, Donald J. Trump, because apparently nobody else is stepping up to do the job. So you're allowing everybody to do it for us, and we're not coming together to do anything because, contrary to the point, over the past few years, Americans have been so divided they couldn't even come together to think of a greasy spoon. You know what I'm saying? But a joke is a joke until it turns to tears, as we see. While he's sitting up there lying once again. You know what I mean? Talking that nonsense. But we see Black Lives Matter tax documents show Foundation is tightening its belt, has $3 million in assets. Who gives a flying crap? You know what I'm saying? About what they have and what they don't. Just give it out to the American people, the black people that you're supposed to be talking about. Their lives matter. Trump News, you know what I'm saying? Beta Small Golago workers makes shock claim about classified papers as Fox News Town Hall. This is coming in by Oliver O'Connell one day ago. But we see here as competition builds for the Republican Party 2024 presidential nomination, Donald J. Trump, Trumpy Bear, baby. You know what I'm saying? Legal woes, you know what I'm saying, as we see, also continues to mount as a maintenance worker has made a shocking claim about the handling of classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago. The worker recalled helping to move the boxes in a storage room just days before the Department of Justice visited the Mar-a-Lago seeking the papers. You know what I'm saying? First of all, whether they were seeking the papers or not, by him taking the papers there in the first place, was something that he felt he probably could do, or he was doing it to save some kind of our country from certain things that were going on, or it's just a fraud to show how bad they are willing to run here and there. So something is very peculiar in its ways, and it shows the demon Democrats behind for the first time. You know what I'm saying? The workers, now the workers claiming he helped move the boxes, you know what I'm saying, into storage just before they came seeking the papers. Hmm. The worker didn't know what the boxes contained at the time. You know what I'm saying? The timing of the moving is suspicious. And, yeah, right. I could tell you to move something whether the people coming or not. You know what I'm saying? Suspicious. And it's signs that obstruction may have taken place. That's a bullshit lie. Ain't no obstruction have taken place. You move the boxes and put them in storage. What's that about? And coming from him, I wouldn't trust his word anyway. He could be an implant from the creep Jordan Biden. They could have paid him off to say what he's saying, but whether or not he moved it or not, when we're speaking about a basis of moving some boxes, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to know where they were. He was a worker there. He was a worker. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be in nobody's business anyway, and he should mind his business instead of being all of it and trying to prove some garbage. But we see opinion coming from Hillary, not Case Clinton. Comey and Obama should be tried for a failed coup. Yeah, they should be. All of them should be. You know what I'm saying? Far from failed coup because all of them it is a part of the coup probably. You know what I'm saying? This coup go deep. You know what I'm saying? And it don't stop at our borders. You know what I'm saying? But we see special counsel. You know what I'm saying? Several inspectors general reports and 6 years later, the country finally has more complete account of the FBI Russia collusion probe of 2016 Donald J. Trump campaign. The Durham brought criminal charges against 3 people. He lost both cases that went to trial. In a third case, an FBI lawyer named Kevin, uh, I guess his name is Klinsmith, or whatever his name is, plead guilty to alerting an email that was used to support the surveillance application. Klein Smith, or whatever his name is, was not sentenced to any prison time. The Durham said he wanted to assess whether Hillary Clinton Clinton related and Trump related allegations were being handled with equal rigor and aggressiveness. Comparing to the representative investigation actively was significant to be investigated since it could support or undercut the allegations of institutional bias against either candidate, the special prosecutors wrote. However, the that because the fact involved and various allegation differs, comparing them to undoubtedly an imperfect method to access whether such bias exists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bias exists all the place. They're full of shit. Same thing we have here when you have the FBI tips the allegation, puts Biden at the center of a criminal scheme. You know what I'm saying? Sends a salute around the world. Stephen Nelson 24 hours ago, or 24 days ago in this one. But we see the New York Post, the whistleblower tips about the documents allegedly putting Joe Biden at the center of the bribery scheme triggered a guessing game across Washington Wednesday as journalists and politicians pour over Biden's extensive history of interactions with his family overseas business association. You know what I'm saying? Biden 80, regularly met with his son Hunter Biden and brothers and James International connection during and after 8-year vice presidency, including citizens of China, Kazakhstan, and Mexico. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You can bet your life on that one. You can bet your life on that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what nobody said because people spend too much time